Box office breakdown. Superman and Jurassic World dominate. The box office is buzzing with some jaw-dropping numbers, but here's where it gets controversial. Can Superman truly reignite the superhero genre? Or is it just another reboot in a crowded field? The Man of Steel has soared past $406 million globally in just 2 weekends. But the international turnout is softer than expected, raising questions about its long-term impact. Starring David Corenswet, the film has raked in $171.8 million overseas and $235 million in North America. Yet its second weekend added only $45.2 million internationally. This is the part most people miss. Warner Brothers. DC Studios is banking on Superman to kickstart a new phase of interconnected films, including Supergirl and Clayface in 2026, and a new Wonder Woman movie. But with Disney and Marvel's The Fantastic Four hitting theaters next weekend, the competition is fierce. Will Superman stand tall, or will it be overshadowed? Let's discuss in the comments. Do you think this reboot has what it takes to launch a new era of superhero movies? Meanwhile, Jurassic World Rebirth continues its prehistoric reign, roaring toward $650 million globally. With $371 million internationally and $276 million domestically, the film, starring Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali, is one of only 3 Hollywood films to cross $600 million this year. But here's the catch. The previous Jurassic trilogy each hit $1 billion. So does this reboot measure up? Or is it a smaller footprint in the franchise's T-Rex-sized legacy? Share your thoughts below. Is Jurassic World Rebirth a worthy successor, or does it fall short? In the world of newcomers, Paramount's Smurfs musical had a lukewarm debut, earning $36 million worldwide against a $58 million budget. Despite an all-star voice cast led by Rihanna, the film's performance feels underwhelming, though it's expected to boost merchandise sales. Top markets include France, the UK, and Brazil, but will it smuff its way to profitability? And then there's Sony's I Know What You Did Last Summer, which slashed its way to $24.6 million globally. Reuniting Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt with newcomers Madeline Klein and Chase Sway Wonders, the R-rated sequel leaned on nostalgia. But was it enough? With a modest $18 million budget, it's already in the green, but does it live up to the original's legacy? Let us know your take. Did this reboot hit the mark, or should some franchises stay buried? Finally, Apple's F1. The movie has raced past $450 million globally, a massive win for an original tentpole aimed at adults. With $307.2 million internationally, it's outpaced all of Apple's previous films, including Killers of the Flower Moon and Napoleon. This isn't just a victory for Brad Pitt's star power, it's a testament to Formula One's global appeal. But here's the question. Can motorsport movies become the next big genre? Or is this a one-off success? Sound off in the comments. Is F1, the movie, a game changer, or just a lucky lap around the box office? Superman soars past $400 million. Box office breakdown and future predictions. Box office. Superman demonstrates remarkable longevity, surpassing $400 million worldwide. Superman has emerged as a genuine favorite among audiences at the box office, marking a significant and much-needed success for Warner Brothers, owned DC Studios, which is co-led by James Gunn, who also directed the film, and producer Peter Safran. This high-budget blockbuster was expected to maintain its position at the top of the domestic box office during its second weekend, although predictions varied widely regarding its performance. However, thanks to positive word-of-mouth and favorable reviews, the film experienced a smaller-than-anticipated drop of 54%, bringing in $57.2 million, which contributes to a commendable 10-day domestic total of $235 million as of Sunday. This decline is relatively minor for a genre that has been struggling, and it mirrors the performance of Marvel's summer 2024 hit, Deadpool and Wolverine. Internationally, where the franchise has historically faced hurdles due to the character's pro-American image, Superman added another $45.2 million, resulting in an international total of $171.8 million and a global sum of $406.8 million. This achievement is a significant victory for DC and Warner Brothers, allowing them to surpass Disney and claim the top spot in domestic market share for the year so far. The superhero film, which appeals more to male audiences, is encountering stiff competition abroad from Universal's Jurassic World Rebirth and Apple Original Films' first box office success, F1. The movie, in a dual success for Warner Bros., which is collaborating with Apple on the marketing and distribution of the Formula One action drama, F1 has raced past $460 million at the global box office over the weekend, concluding Sunday with a domestic total of $153.6 million and $307.2 million from international markets. After years of Marvel Studios largely dominating the superhero genre, DC is finally enjoying a moment of triumph. In just its second weekend, Superman has already outperformed the entire global run of Marvel's Thunderbolts, which reached $383 million earlier this year. It is also on the verge of surpassing Marvel's other 2025 release, Captain America: Brave New World, which managed a modest $415 million worldwide. The film stars David Corenswet in the lead role, with Rachel Brosnahan portraying Lois Lane and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. The supporting cast includes Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl, Beck Bennett as Steve Lombard, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho, and Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific. Marvel is hoping to reverse its fortunes with the upcoming release of Fantastic Four: First Steps, set to hit theaters in just a week on July 25th. This means Superman has only a few days left to dominate the box office before facing direct competition. In addition to losing IMAX screens and other premium large-format venues to Fantastic Four, which is projected to open with $100 million to $110 million domestically. In other box office news, the enduring Jurassic World Rebirth continued to be a formidable contender in its third weekend, crossing the $600 million mark globally. It comfortably held second place domestically, earning an estimated $23.4 million for a North American total of $276.2 million. Internationally, it nearly matched Superman by adding another $40.3 million, bringing its foreign total to $371.8 million, and a global sum of $647 million. The R-rated horror reboot, I Know What You Did Last Summer, produced by Columbia and Screen Gems, secured third place with an estimated $13 million, aligning with modest expectations. Competitors speculate that the final figures may be slightly lower when Monday's actuals are released. Internationally, it debuted with $11.6 million, resulting in a global opening of $24.6 million. While original cast members Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., Brandy, and Sarah Michelle Gellar reprised their roles from the original film and its sequel, the new version introduces a fresh cast, including Madeline Klein, Chase Sway Wonders, Jonah Hauer-King, Tyreek Withers, Sarah Pidgeon, and Gabriette Bechtel. Set 3 decades after the 1997 original film, the plot follows a group of friends who attempt to conceal an accidental death they caused, only to find themselves hunted by a sinister killer a year later. They soon seek help from 2 survivors of the infamous Southport Massacre of 1997, portrayed by Hewitt and Prinze. Critics have not warmly received the reboot, which currently holds a 38% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience awarded the film a C+ cinema score, which is typical for horror films, while its audience rating on Rotten Tomatoes stands at 68%. Paramount's Smurfs debuted in 4th place with $11 million, meeting lukewarm expectations. It opened with $22.6 million internationally, leading to a global total of $36 million, which includes $2.4 million earned last weekend in Australia. This animated family film has also failed to impress critics, with a dismal 22% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, although it received a B+ cinema score from viewers. The voice cast features a star-studded lineup, including Rihanna in her first role as a Smurf, alongside Nick Offerman, Natasha Lyonne, Sandra Oh, Alex Winter, Billy Lord, Maya Erskine, John Goodman, Kurt Russell, and Jimmy Kimmel. Directed by Chris Miller, Smurfs marks the first theatrical installment in 8 years. The music-driven film follows Smurfette, voiced by Rihanna, as she leads a mission that takes them into the real world, including locations like Paris, Munich, and the Australian outback. where they encounter feathered, minion-like creatures called snooterputs, led by Natasha Lyonne's character. F1. The movie, directed by Joseph Kosinski and Jerry Bruckheimer, rounded out the top 5 domestically with $9.6 million. The film experienced a modest 26% drop in its fourth weekend. Internationally, it added another $29.5 million, bringing its worldwide total to $460.8 million, a figure that many would not have anticipated, given that Formula One films have not traditionally performed well in the U.S., although that trend is changing. A24 and filmmaker Ari Aster's polarizing western, Eddington, opened in 6th place domestically with $4.3 million, slightly below expectations despite significant buzz, and a star-studded cast featuring Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal.